Another of our young faculty guns is Professor Mohan Shankar from the Electrical Engineering Department, also the man behind Healthcare Technology Innovation Center. He is here to enthrall us about the HTIC story.
Good morning. Hope you're all having a good time. Thank you, Professor Nagarajan, and the OAA and everybody to organize this. I know half the people are outside, so what I thought was we will start with it, right? The story of HTIC is actually better said by a lot of people who are actually doctors, industry, government people, and everybody. So my talk will be only for about 2 to 3 minutes, so there'll be a video documentary that shows everything. So I'll sort of give you how this came about. Oops. Okay, yeah, it's there. Right. So for people who may not have known about the medtech, it essentially comes from healthcare. Right? And today's the medtech market in India is actually quite significant, but the medtech industry in India is quite nascent. Right? And you can see from the numbers over there. So if you look at the way medtech is happening in India, both by companies who have their R&D centers here and domestic companies who are doing it here, there is a paradigm shift in terms of what they're looking at. Right? So they're looking at technologies that will solve the problems in the Indian context, which essentially it comes to cost, access, and skill. And you know it. And just to point out how much is their cost, about 3 million people are pushed towards poverty every year by healthcare payments. Right? And access, everybody knows about it. I don't have to say much. And skill, if you look at, we are about 2 to 3 times short in terms of doctors, about 3 to 4 times short in terms of nurses in the overall aggregate numbers. But if you really take the actual numbers, it's much worse because of the skew in terms of rural and urban demand. So far technologies have been developed in the West, and we have just been using it, be it an ultrasound or a CT or a surgery system. So now, both due to the demand increase in the developing world, plus the saturation and some healthcare reforms happening in the Western world, even companies like GE, BD, Stryker, Medtronic, Johnson & Johnson, now they have started to, in an open way, take a very different approach towards medtech. Right? And you will see that from the way you will hear from people in the next few minutes or so. Now, where HTIC came about, in about early 2009, somehow we seemed to have developing an ecosystem. The seeds hard to point out exactly where it started, so that's how crystallization happens in these areas. We started developing an ecosystem at anchored at IIT Madras in 2009. Looking back, a lot of things worked. In the sense, I can confidently say, looking back, that this could have happened only at IIT Madras. There are several reasons for it. You hear it from people. There are many factors that have to come together if you want to do medtech innovation. Right? You need an anchor. Right? And today, because we don't have comprehensive university systems in India, where med school, business school, law school, design school are all together, it's always turned out that either there was some clinical research happening in the hospital, right, in a sort of an isolated manner, which may either be an event or a phenomena, but it stops there at the level, or a technology or device maybe have been developed in IIT or NIT, and then it stops at the lab level. And industry says, well, we can't take a lead on this one because we need these two people to come together, and the government. And by the way, bear in mind that we don't have a medtech regulatory system in India. We have one for drugs, but we don't have one for devices. So that makes it even more complicated. So to bridge this gap, you need an ecosystem, right? And which sort of happens naturally in the West, but doesn't happen in India. So it turns out that we started building this ecosystem, and today you will see it as the leading medtech ecosystem in the country. And when we started doing this, DBT took notice of it. DBT is Department of Biotechnology, which is a nodal agency for funding bio and biomed related activities in India. It comes under Ministry of Science and Technology. It's an NIH's counterpart, you can say. And the then Secretary, Dr. Ban, who you will hear in the video, started taking notice of it, and Ashok played a major role in actually getting people together. And we had excellent support from the institute at that time. Professor Anand was the director. Then Ban said, see, we don't want to do this in a way that we have been doing funding projects in piecemeal. Why don't we build something that at a 5-year level, it will be a world-class center? Right? So that was a very strategic decision, and it takes a lot of courage to do that. And it's because we had excellent leadership at IIT Madras and DBT at that time, this got pulled off. And then everything started, and HTIC was set up in 2011. So HTIC is about 3 years old. And today it is actually funded at almost international levels. So it's almost funded about 4.5. That number is more like 5. Sort of taken a more conservative accounting approach on this one. It's more like 5 crores per year. So that's funded at actually international level. And you'll be very pleased to know that the industry funding is very significant. It's almost like 30 to 40%. So there was a latent opportunity sitting there, and we have uncovered it. So today HTIC's ecosystem is the largest medtech ecosystem in the country. Right? It brings together about 20 to 25 medical institutions, industry, public health agencies, government agencies, several leading hospitals, and doctors together. And you will see from the industry's sort of distribution that you'll have giants and behemoths like GE, and all the way to dynamic startups like Forus. Some of you might have heard of it. It's actually making a world-class eye examination camera, which our technology has actually gone into it. And this is not possible in any institution, and this I realized it only after traveling. So it requires a very different kind of an ecosystem, right, where there is a generosity and courage from the institute to actually encourage these type of things. Because you will quickly realize building this ecosystem and sustaining such an ecosystem is not easy. Right? And we have been able to do that, and you will see why in a couple of minutes. I will not go into the individual technology details because you will hear in about 30 seconds. But what I just want to point out, you can see why this is exciting. Right? Because normally when engineering is done, a product spec is given, you develop either a platform technology or a device, then somebody takes it and then somebody does after. In medtech, because the knowledge of healthcare and medicine is a fragmented and applied kind of ad hoc knowledge, the R&D and innovation in this area requires a very highly interdisciplinary approach in every sense of it. For example, you will see the devices are very different, which immediately will tell you that this is not something that can be done in a single lab by a single faculty by a group of students. Right? So even by looking at it, you will see it has electrical, mechanical, electromechanical, a little bit of materials, a lot of computing, right, from the engineering side. And from the medical side, we are in ophthalmology, cardiovascular, oncology, maternal and infant care, which is actually a serious gap in India, which government is addressing in many ways. I'm very happy to say that many technologies out of HTIC have already reached the field, and some of them have actually already gone global, and you will see in a couple of things. And one thing I just want to point out is this building such a platform actually delivers impact in many ways, not just in technologies. Right? And you will see how it has started to impact even the way we do clinical research in medical institutions, how it has started to build capacity, how it has started to develop students who think in a very different manner now. Right? And you will see that in the next video. Professor Nagarajan, can we play it or should we wait for some more people? You can play it? Okay. Can we have the video, please?
As our country economically develops, one of the major issues that will confront us is healthcare.
We have a skill gap because trained surgeons cannot be there in every village.
The resources are limited. For an individual it is limited, for a state it is limited, for the country it is limited.
Our industry in medtech is not mature. So I think IITs can do better medtech than any medical school in this country.
So it is very important for the IITs to participate in technology development for healthcare, which is both India specific and more affordable.
In early 2009, we started building an ecosystem at IIT Madras consisting of several clinicians, public health people, medical institutions and some industry players. DBT took notice of this and they encouraged us to form a focused innovation center.
The research park and then Dr. Bhan, and then Dr. Anand, Dr. Bhaskar. I think putting these people together, and that's a success.
Healthcare Technology Innovation Center, HTIC, is a joint initiative of IIT Madras and Department of Biotechnology, Government of India, started with the objective of developing technologies for unmet healthcare needs in the country. HTIC anchors a vibrant and fertile innovation ecosystem consisting of IIT Madras, various medical institutions, industry partners and government agencies necessary for developing high-impact healthcare technologies. HTIC is strategically located at IIT Madras Research Park, the country's first university research park that houses R&D units of leading private and public organizations. HTIC develops technologies for unmet healthcare needs in collaboration with clinicians and successfully deploys these technologies to the society through strong partnerships with industry and government. HTIC's technologies are reaching the field, touching lives, benefiting society. The Mobile Eye Surgical Unit, the first of its kind technology in the country, developed in HTIC, targets the huge unaddressed need for cataract surgeries in rural India.
What Mobile Eye Surgical Unit is about creating health infrastructure which is mobile, which can visit many nodal points and focal points in the rural areas, takes a team, provides that team which would otherwise be restricted only to urban settings with an ophthalmic surgery infrastructure as good as a tertiary care hospital.
The pilot phase completed 486 surgeries with no post-operative complications. This success led to government approval of this technology as a delivery model for cataract surgeries. An independent assessment report by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, analyzed the technology's cost-effectiveness and efficiency and found it to be ready for scaling up. A novel image-free technology for measuring arterial stiffness for cardiovascular screening was developed in HTIC. The ArtSense technology overcomes limitations of existing imaging systems such as cost, expertise required, and time taken for performing stiffness measurement. To evaluate stiffness using ArtSense, the operator places the probe on the subject's neck. The system automatically identifies arterial anatomy, tracks wall motion, and gives an estimate of stiffness within 10 to 20 seconds. The technology was validated in 3 leading institutions in Chennai, paving the way for highly affordable technology for vascular health screening that can be used with minimal training.
An unit which can be kept on the carotid and take an immediate measurement and then register that. That will be the most welcome sort of an equipment to screen these people.
Best thing about ArtSense what I liked was it can be taken to the patient, number one. It's easily portable.
It's much more easier to use, much more easier to interpret, and much more easier to train people on this, and much more easier to deploy across the country. With this device, the cost will come down at least 100-fold, and that's what it will boil down to.
HTIC has developed IPAC, a computing technology for extracting clinically relevant information from eye images. The processing, computing, and analytics modules of IPAC can be used to develop a range of applications in ophthalmology. The first success of IPAC came through partnership with Forus Health, a young Indian medtech company that developed Trinetra, a multifunctional ophthalmic screening device. The computational intelligence capabilities of IPAC have helped Trinetra reach more than 100 locations in 8 different countries.
Collaboration with an organization like HTSC, which has world-class competency in terms of building these computational platforms, has actually taken this product today as we speak in India and also across the world.
Concept to market was in a record time of a year, quite economical also. IIT is doing it with the best resources, with the best minds. It is reaching a larger population.
The excellent transformation of the development of HTIC from the concept stage. We have an innovative space here. The ecosystem developed by the IIT created that ambience to work together. The clinicians have been connected over here very well.
Today, HTIC is connected to more than 20 medical institutions, public health agencies, industry, health-related government agencies. We are connected to almost 200 people in this ecosystem.
These things don't happen in a vacuum. You need to have the ambience which you have in the IIT Madras. You need to have the ambience of interacting within the city with medical practitioners of various kinds.
HTIC has many more technologies in the pipeline at various stages of development to deployment.
Neonatal transport is an important link where the baby has to be transported to a facility where advanced neonatal care is available.
One of the major requirements we realized after having handled more than 1,000 cases was the ease with which the neonate is being handled by the emergency medical technician in the ambulance. Over the last 1 year, IIT had conducted detailed studies. More importantly, IIT took the approach of actually doing a time and motion study inside the ambulance on live cases, and they were able to pick up enough data on what kind of pain points exist in handling neonates in the ambulance environment. They were also able to collect a lot of inputs from the medical technicians and the pilots in the ambulance. They took a very scientific approach in putting together a complete redesign. So these gave rise to a whole set of new changes which have been incorporated in a prototype which has been already put in place. Going forward, we expect that the last batch of about 37 ambulances which will be launched in about 6 months time from now will have the benefit of working with these new recommendations from IIT.
A highly practical and cost-effective solution for continuous monitoring of intensive care unit was developed in collaboration with SASChem and is currently being piloted at Mehta's Hospital in Chennai. HTIC is working with Phoenix Medical Systems to develop affordable technical advances in thermal and mechanical functionality of neonatal transport incubators. In collaboration with Tata Elxsi, a smartphone-based pulse oximetry technology that provides clinically accurate blood oxygen saturation levels, is under development. A diabetic retinopathy screening solution with extensive validation on population-level data set is under development using HTIC's proprietary IPAC technology. An ophthalmic anesthesia simulation tool that allows real-time training and skills assessment is being developed with inputs from ophthalmologists and anesthetists.
I see the joy on the faces of people here which is created by experience and performance. When I came that time, there was promise. I now see confidence, and confidence comes by actually doing things. They have had wonderful experiences. They are working with some very exciting platforms. They are continuously learning, and it is brilliant the way they can harness technology and connect it with real innovation for the design of solutions around specific problems.
HTIC is driven by a continuously growing passionate team of highly dynamic and talented engineers, researchers, IITM faculty and students.
HTIC encourages in developing systems just not for research purposes, but as a product which can be deployed in a clinical setting.
I want to work something that benefits society. So in that way, that is a connection that I feel with this organization.
It's excellent, it's fantastic. This is a very different kind of a lab. The infrastructure is fantastic and there's an ecosystem here, that is what I felt.
I just came by chance, but after coming here I liked it. It gives kind of wings to any research scholar.
What is particularly thrilling is the level of enthusiasm and can-do attitude which is inherent in the environment. You need to have a set of people in the leadership of the organization who have the passion to take the team forward constantly. Mohan, you have that. You have that in IIT Madras with Ashok Jhunjhunwala, with Anant who was the previous director, with Bhaskar Ramurthy now, and this buy-in by the leadership is very, very important.
This enormous wealth of knowledge and technical expertise available at IIT Madras. This high quality team of clinicians and public health professionals who bring in this knowledge of real world healthcare needs. A wide range of very dynamic and vibrant industry partners we have who bring in their rich market experience. All these have combined together to form a dynamic engine of innovations that today is delivering solutions which we hope will create a large impact in healthcare and the lives of people.
From a national perspective, we would like HTIC to remain focused on this task of developing India-specific and affordable healthcare technologies. And from an IITM perspective, we would like HTIC to spread its wings further and enable many people in the institute.
IIT Madras have had a tradition to build affordable technology. HTIC has to leverage that and go beyond that.
With its strong ecosystem, dynamic and passionate team, capability to navigate complexity of innovation to deliver practical solutions, HTIC is creating impact and is on its way to becoming a leader in affordable healthcare technology.
Can we go back to the slides? Unfortunately, the talk is not over. Right. So, okay. Or then maybe I should stop. I'll finish the talk. Yeah, sorry. So that's a summary for people who went for a coffee break. So essentially, this center has gone beyond developing technologies, which was how the seed started in 2009, and today it is creating impact in multiple dimensions. I will not go through each of them, but you can see that it has gone beyond just technology. It is actually enabling industry. It is having a transformative impact in the way clinicians interact with IIT. Earlier we had projects here and there, but today we have almost 30 to 50 clinicians who are connected to IIT through this center, and that is having an impact not just in the way we think and the way we do research. It's also having an impact in the way they do clinical research. In fact, we are just doing one of the largest cervical cancer screening studies in India, and actually HTIC is leading it. And you'd be very surprised if I say that 4 years ago that IIT Madras is leading a large clinical study, and today it is happening. And while you're doing something in this area where things are very complex, things are very fragmented, the value chain is sometimes it's so complex that people can't even figure it out. You need a set of values which is actually filled with more courage and experimentation, because you can't get bogged down by so many gaps you will see, starting right from idea to regulation to product uptake and how this is going to be practiced, skill. There's a lot of things. So that we have been able to overcome because of the ecosystem. So to sort of summarize, this center's aspiration is pretty much to become a national asset. Over the next 3 to 5 years, it will become world class. It's already on the way. And it will propel IIT Madras to become a leader in this area. And today, I should say that we are very ahead of the curve. So there is no other center in any other IIT of this standard, of this quality and this sort of a reach that we have. And that, as I said, it has a lot of institutional support and memory, I should say, that has actually pushed this far. Now, specifically over the next 5 years, and in fact, we had a very important board meeting about 3 weeks ago, where both former secretary and current secretary DBT were there, and we have decided that we are going to take a 20-year sort of an approach. Right? Over the next 5 years, you will see R&D and innovation will scale dramatically, and we will start developing a lot of platform technologies like the IPAC one which you saw, which not only will produce product, but it will become a platform to enable research to support many products other than just the specific product alone. And we're looking at cardiovascular, renal, oncology, cases where we see it is technology fertile, also where enormous need is there. I don't know whether you're aware, the renal problem in India is so acute, right, that even a 10% reduction in dialysis time, if you can actually make a platform and a machine that can reduce 10%, almost 20% of the population will actually get higher access, because one dialysis machine can only do so much per day. So we're looking at several platforms. The infrastructure and capabilities, I would very much request all of you to visit HTIC today. So we are at about 3,000 to 4,000 square feet, and that's going to expand to like 20,000 square feet. So it pretty much will become one of the largest medtech centers in Asia itself over the next 5 years. Now, you saw several students, research scholars. There are about 10 research scholars attached today. We have engineers, researchers, faculty. We want to use this platform to provide a much larger exposure to the students and research scholars. Right? So that is something which I've spoken to Nagarajan about, appealing to the alumni on this. We'll talk much more about it over the break. The success of something special like this essentially depends on these three factors. First is the ecosystem. Right? The way you connect with the external world and the way the external world connects and interfaces with IIT, that has now gone to a very different plane than what you would have imagined about 5 to 10 years ago. So it's very different now. So we have adjunct faculty on the roll from clinicians who are actually co-authoring papers with us and who are guiding students. Right? It's at that level. It's not being used as a consultant anymore. The second thing is, when I say the end-to-end approach, not just from a technology perspective, also from a very practical perspective of how to bring this into the public health system. For example, our linkage with Ministry of Health. Right? So we are now linked to Ministry of Health in a manner that they are asking us opinions on how certain technologies should be uptaken into the system. So that kind of end-to-end approach, which takes problems in a pragmatic way, will take the center much forward. But when all these things are possible, only when the ecosystem itself provides you the direct support. So today we have one of the strongest supports from DBT and industry, and as you can see from the narrations by the secretary and other people. And we would like alumni to be actually one of the dimensions of the support to the center. So with that, I'll conclude. And that's my email ID. We are open for the next 3 days. I know that you put up a tight program, but the center is there in the 3rd floor research park. It's open for you any time of the day. Thank you very much. You mean from the alumni? Yes, we want alumni. This is actually the first time we are actually interfacing with the alumni. I've been given the platform for the first time.